will be going live on Facebook and on YouTube. So this video will be available because a lot of people do ask us. It will also be available on the Zorba site and on the Sipping Thoughts Facebook page. So you can watch it if you like from there after the webinar is over.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, it's 5 o'clock and we are right on time as always. Thank you. Thank you all for being here with us. First of all, a very good evening and a very, very warm welcome. Thank you for joining us today for an enchanting session. Sipping Thoughts and Zorba the Buddha are excited to bring you this session on Know Your Archangels and how to overcome negative beliefs with Azeelia Fialho. Archangels are considered to be very powerful spiritual beings that have captured our attention for centuries. Azeelia today will help us discover and understand the following: the significance of the seven archangels, how to connect with them from the higher realms to assist us, chakras that are associated with each of them, powerful meditations, how to create a lifelong relationship with these beings, strengthen within you the quality that each of the archangel brings, and what specific archangel will help us overcome what. But before we begin, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Sipping Thoughts. So, Sipping Thoughts is a multi platform media company that was co founded by me, Sukirti Gupta, and Meeta Gudgutia. It was set up keeping in mind the tagline Real Women, Real Thoughts. We are a no judgment platform and we want to create a network of women for women and, of course, the men that support us. Sipping Thoughts is available on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, and of course, please do check out our website. And sessions like this would not be possible without the lovely Ashwin from Zorba the Buddha, who has actually put together such amazing sessions. Zorba the Buddha is one of the largest open faith spiritual centers in the world, which hosts up to 400 programs in a year. They attract world renowned teachers and international participants from the realms of spirituality, creativity, and social welfare. This eco village is in close communion with nature, creating a vortex of energy field for the seekers. Zorba the Buddha is a not for profit center situated in the green outskirts of Delhi, and I hope all of you will get a chance to visit this oasis. And someone who needs no introduction, but I must introduce her, is Azeelia. Azeelia is an international Heal Your Life coach, seminar leader, business corporate trainer, certified by the Heart Inspired Presentations, licensed by Hay House. Today, she practices the law of attraction, Muneki writes Angel Therapy, Divine Feminine, Ascension, Self Love, EFT Advanced, Matrix Re Imprinting, Magnified Healing Phase 3, I Am Presence, and Christ Consciousness. Azeelia is a student for life who enthusiastically learns about higher energy modalities, works at expanding her consciousness daily and spreading the light wherever she goes. And that you can see with her beaming smile. Some do's and don'ts, some house rules. Yes, you are all on mute, but we would like the session to be interactive. Please do keep chatting with us and sending us your thoughts. Harika is also with us and she will be moderating the Q&A. Some of you can also send your questions directly to Harika. Please do keep chatting. We would love to hear what you're thinking. You can also raise your hand using the Zoom feature. We will unmute you. There will be a Q&A session at the end, and we would like you to ask your question yourself. But we please do request that you keep your questions related to the topic and to the point. And as always, we ask, please do forgive us for any technology glitches. With that, I turn it over to you, Ashwin and Azeelia. Welcome to Sipping Thoughts and Zorba the Buddha.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Welcome, Azeelia. So today I'm meeting you online, and though I've so this is first time I'm seeing you on Zoom, but I've been always enjoying your presence at Zorba the Buddha, always sitting next to you when at lunchtime or dinner times to enjoy your vivaciousness and bubbliness. So I remember you to be a very higher soul as a and very special person. So I want to ask you that how your spiritual life has been in these years.
Okay, thank you, Ashwin, and thank you, Sukriti, for having me here. The last few years, my spiritual life, and let me start with the angels, where I started with them, with the archangels. It happened around 12 years ago when I was given a book, a gift, and I carried it today. This is what it is: Messages from Your Angels. a daily guidance. So every day I would open that book and read a message, and it was dot on. It was like the angels knew what is happening inside me and around me. And many of you will agree with me. That's what happens when you start meeting the angels. And I was like, this is really freaky. How do they know every day what's happening, and how are they always there for me? And that's when I went deeper and started to connect with the archangels. So my relationship has been for the last 12 years with the archangels. And every day, for almost everything, I call these beautiful messengers of God to help me with my journey. So that's where it started.
And what are these archangels?
That's a fantastic question. Thank you, Ashwin. Because we need to understand that we don't pray to archangels. Archangels are messengers from God. And they are very powerful angelic beings, powerful beings of the light realms who help us. Archangels carry the facets of God, the different facets and the different qualities of God. So a specific archangel will have a specific quality that they carry of the God creator. And then they help us in that area of our life. Archangels, you'll be very happy to know, don't have an ego, don't have any judgments, okay? Don't have a preference that, okay, we should help Ashwin today and not Azeelia. No, they just help out everybody who asks. And they're extremely loving beings filled with light.
So how can they help us?
So Ashwin, as I was saying, archangels carry the different facets and different light of God, different qualities, which are not misqualified at all. They're pure energy. Now, when we have a problem in a certain area within us, in our human energies, and we cannot transcend it. Say, for example, you have a physical ailment, and you have tried doctors, you've tried things, the pain is troubling you. At that time, when you invoke an archangel to help you, you will get assistance to the right doctor, to the right therapy, and your pain will be eased. So that's one example. And there are many, many which I will share.
So do they bring any special energy? Each archangels, they have a different energy which they can bring in?
Yes, they do. So every archangel has a specific divine quality of God that they bring to us. And they strengthen it within us, also while helping us.
And why do we need to connect with them?
So we all connect to God or to the divine in some way or the other. And as I was saying, because the archangels carry such pure energy, and so I would look at God as the principal of the school, okay, as the head, like the CEO. And he's got different beings working under him in different areas, in specific spaces. So when we connect to that being, okay, they help us in that space. For example, Archangel Michael with protection. So, and it's a faster way, much faster way, because archangels usually they tend to answer you very fast. Yeah.
So just an interruption, Azeelia, there's an echo. Can you just see if the other one is muted?
It is muted. I'll just check, just give me a second. Yes, Sukriti, it is muted.
Okay.
So I can hear the echo there. And the volume also is completely off.
Oh, okay, great. Sorry about that.
So Azeelia, I want to know that why they want to help us.
Why do they want to help us? So angels and even your masters for that matter, they all want to help us. They want to help us because whenever we are in stuck energy and they believe that we deserve to live in abundance, in happiness, in joy, in love, whenever we are stuck, the archangels love to help us, being messengers of God and created to help mankind at this time. Yeah.
So do they help everybody, or you have to ask for it?
So they help everybody, but because everyone has free will, they need to ask an archangel to help them. Very specifically, like, dear Archangel Michael, help me and shield and protect me. Because they cannot interfere with our free will.
And is it connected to any religion, specific religion, or it is for everybody?
That's a fantastic question. Many people have always asked me. So angels and archangels have existed beyond even religion and even before man was, here on the planet. It is not connected to any religion. All religions have them. And if you see in the ancient temples of India, or you see the Tibetan temples, or every country, they'll have beings, angelic beings on their temple walls. So they're called farishtas in some religion. They're called deva, asuras in some religion. And they're called, so different names. So angels are for everyone. They are beyond religion.
So I want to know that how it has helped you and your students.
How it's helped me. Let me start with that. So I have had a very personal relationship with each archangel. Like a friend, Ashwin, if you want to make a great friend, this time you spend with the person, the kind of words, the kind of conversations. So I've had this kind of relationship with each archangel, and they've helped me in different spaces. So Archangel Joffeer is known for Feng Shui. So whenever I feel the energy in my house needs to be shifted or cleansed, I will speak to Archangel Joffeer and say, "Dear Archangel Joffeer, please give me the wisdom to shift the energy in the house." And when I need healing, like if my daughter, when she was very small, she would get asthma attacks, I would call Archangel Raphael to help me at that time. And it would bring it down so much, and the medication would get better. The doctors I was led to were better. And yeah, thousands of them, incidents like that.
And the students which are following this work, which you are teaching them, so how are their, how's the effect of this work on them?
So it's very profound. As soon as you create a relationship with the archangel, so for example, I had a client who had had abuse happening at home, where the husband used to hit her. And when she came to me, I told her, please invoke Archangel Michael to protect you and shield you while you do your clearing work. And from that day on, her husband never ever hit her. This was many years ago. So like that. Another person called me and a glass piece had gone into their eye. And they were on the way to the hospital. And I told her, just invoke Archangel Raphael immediately to heal you and reduce the pain. And by the time she reached the rickshaw, she called me and said, Azeelia, the pain is gone. I don't know what happened to that piece of glass. And then she went to check eyes. So that's how fast they do the work. Yeah.
So how fast do they work? It looks like this. Is it, what is the speed? How they?
It's very fast, but I think it's also the speed of your faith. Yeah. So when I guide people, it happens so fast because I have full faith. They're my friends who are going to help me, and they're very powerful beings. And yes, very fast. Yeah.
So thank you, Azeelia. So thank you for all the answers. I'm very satisfied. Now the spotlight is on you.
Thank you so
Over.
much.
Thank you.
All right. So welcome everybody once again, and thank you for being present here for your work and your ascension. So I'm going to be sharing a slide with you all to just tell you why do we need to become aware at this time, and why do we need to awaken, and what is happening. So as you can all see, okay, the ascension of consciousness. So what is currently happening is the earth is evolving into a higher space of consciousness. And while the earth is evolving to the 5D consciousness, we as beings on the earth are all evolving. We need to be aware of what is happening. Right now, we're thirsting for the knowledge to have a better life, to have love, unconditional love, to get rid of all the shadows on the planet and within us. So what does 3D, 4D, and 5D mean? When you're in third dimension consciousness, what happens is there's a lot of separation. There is more ego association. There are a lot of things, I'm just going to bring a few forward. There's a lot of fear-based lower emotions, fear-based programming, and greed, and separate, everyone's separate. polarization, duality, service to self. Okay, and we've had these things where there's a lot of guilt and fear. And now we're all moving into 4D. So many of us have moved into fourth dimensional consciousness, where there is a little mixed gateway of what is happening within us. We're not completely in unconditional love and unity consciousness, but we are moving from the ego. We're moving from separation into oneness. We know that all of us now, everybody on the planet deserves abundance, deserves food, deserves an education, deserves love, deserves to have good relationships. So we are moving from that space, but we're not fully arrived at the 5D. And this is the place where your manifestations go faster, where the archangels will come into your life, and a lot of modalities of awakening. What also happens in this space is you'll be thirsting for knowledge. You will want to know the answers to your pain, to your emotional trauma, to what's happening. And this is a beautiful place because your awakening is happening. And then finally, we arrive at 5D, which is a little bit away. That's what I feel. It's not too far, where Mother Earth will ascend into a beautiful space with all her beings. This is the space where we've all been longing for many lifetimes, where there's unity consciousness, where we align with the divine will of God. We are all heart-centered beings. There is service to others. There is a connectedness, high frequencies, abundance of everything. We thrive in life, and all disharmony lives on this platform. And there's a lot of universal light and knowledge. So this is where I want to start, is why do we need to become aware, and why do we need the archangels to help us transcend from 3D to 5D? Okay, all with me? You can put in your comments, okay? All right. So now we go further to the first archangel. Sorry, just a moment. So the first archangel that we're going to do today is Archangel Michael, the mighty Archangel Michael. And those who know and have worked with Archangel Michael will say, oh my God, I'm so in love with him. So everyone has a crush on Archangel Michael. Okay. Archangel Michael's name means he who is like God. And the qualities that he strengthens within us, this is the qualities that Archangel Michael carries and strengthens within us, is the divine will, the will of God. Sometimes we have a different will. We wish to, party every day, all the time. But God's will is not that. It is that we also become responsible for our planet, for what's happening in our lives, and clear our stuff. Another quality is power, personal power. When you feel you are lacking in personal power and people are treating you anyhow and like a doormat, you can call on to Archangel Michael to fill you with personal power. This is a power which doesn't abuse others. It's a power which knows. The courage, whenever you're feeling weak and you need some courage to do something, Archangel Michael it is. So I have called Archangel Michael many times for my trainings in the beginning years. And I would be like, oh my God, Archangel Michael, the room is full. And I'm going to forget everything. Help me. And in like 5 minutes, Ashwin, that fast, I would just feel all fear going. And I would rise in my presence and be there to do the teaching. Yes. Then strength, faith, and protection. The protection is a very big one, protection and shielding. Because as a journey from 3D to 5D, there are a lot of things that come in our environment. And protection is something that we require on a daily basis. So just simply saying to Archangel Michael, protect and shield me, shield all my bodies and my energy field, that nothing that is misqualified comes into my field. As simple as that. And you will be protected. What does Archangel Michael help us overcome? That is within the human nature, is human will, as I was saying, when we want to go astray and do something that is harming us or someone else. Doubt, when we have doubt to taking our steps in our ascension. When we are cowards and we cannot take a stand for life. Disobedience to the divine will. Control helps us to overcome control, because sometimes we're controlling someone else and we're taking their power away. Then condemnation, idle chatter, and gossip. And you'll understand why idle chatter and gossip, because Archangel Michael is in charge of the throat chakra. So obviously, when we are doing something wrong with the throat chakra and we're not purifying our energies, he can help us overcome that. And the color that Archangel Michael stands for and that we use with Archangel Michael is the color blue. That is the color of the throat chakra. All right, everybody with me?
Yes.
Thank you. So now I'm going to do a very short meditation to connect with Archangel Michael. All right? Everyone, just relax and take a deep breath and relax. I'd like you to close your eyes and just feel. At this moment, you can set an intention for what you would like our beloved Archangel Michael to do for you. So take another deep breath and relax your body. We invoke and call upon our beloved Archangel Michael. Now visualize yourself growing roots from your feet, going deep down into Mother Earth and grounding yourself into beloved Mother Earth. We ask beloved Archangel Michael to place a blue cloak of protection over each one of us. Dear Archangel Michael, we ask you to cut all cords of fear, attachment to negativity, all distortions in our life, unhealthy situations, and people with your powerful sword of light. And take a deep breath as Archangel Michael cuts all the cords to negativity and distortions in your life. You may feel the air pressure around you changing, or an increased energy, or a reduction of pain. We ask beloved Archangel Michael to shield and protect our energies and all our bodies. With pure intent, we ask Archangel Michael to place peace and replace it with fear. Replace peace instead of pain. And gently, with hearts filled with love, we thank the beloved Archangel Michael for protecting us and always being there for us when we call on him. With that, take a gentle breath and open your eyes. All righty. How is everyone feeling? Good? Yes. There's so many of us protected and shielded now. That's lovely. Right. So we go to our next Archangel. This is Archangel Joffeer, who's also known, the name means beauty of God. Archangel Joffeer strengthens the qualities within us of wisdom, illumination, intelligence, and insight. Because Archangel Joffeer is related to the crown chakra, okay, so all distortions in this field is what Archangel Joffeer is an expert at removing. So Archangel Joffeer helps us overcome ignorance, intellectual and spiritual pride, mental density, that is when you're feeling very troubled by all your thoughts and there's just the monkey mind rushing. At that time, if you ask Archangel Joffeer, it can help you to calm that mind and narrow-mindedness. The color of Archangel Joffeer is yellow. All right.
Azeelia, there's a slight echo again.
I know it's coming from the iPad, but I've put off the volume completely.
Maybe we can just turn it off.
Yeah, is that fine?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I think there is an echo.
Yes. All right. I'll just turn it off. Okay. I'll just shut the iPad, right?
Yes.
Okay. Bring that.
Now I can hear you better also.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. All right. We've removed that. Fantastic. So we have Archangel Joffeer, and now we go to the next Archangel. Can you hear the echo?
So, Azeelia, these like in the traditional yoga system, or in, so the color for the heart is green,
For
and
the
for the heart chakra, but in this work it is pink.
yes, it is pink. It's also been green, but I am using the teachings of Elizabeth Clare Prophet of the fifth
Okay.
dimension. Okay, so all these colors will be a little different from many teachers that you read,
Yes.
because this is the fifth dimensional chakras that I'm talking about. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks for asking, Ashwin. That's lovely because many people would get confused. All right. Archangel Shamu is your third archangel, and his name means he who sees God. The qualities of Archangel Shamu and that he strengthens within us is love, compassion, creativity, and beauty. Archangel Shamu helps us overcome selfishness, hatred, dislike, self pity, grief, and pain due to loss. Now, whenever your heart chakra is blocked, you know it's due to grief or pain of some betrayal or somebody that's left you or somebody that's passed away, and because we can't open up the heart. And at that time, Archangel Shamuel is a wonderful archangel to call to help you release that pain and open your heart more out to life. And the color is pink and the heart chakra. All right. Next, we have Archangel Gabriel, whose name means God is my strength. The qualities of Archangel Gabriel are purity, order, self discipline, and joy. The problems that Archangel Gabriel helps us overcome are lawlessness, impurity, discouragement, and chaos. Now, the reason this archangel is in charge of purity and self discipline is because this archangel is also in charge of our last chakra, which is the base of the spine. So, earlier, the root chakra would be the chakra that had fear and guilt and all those, very difficult emotions. But right now, when we are ascending, our base chakra becomes the pure chakra, and it becomes white in color as we ascend. And therefore, Archangel Gabriel is in charge of helping us with purity and chaos and bringing joy into our lives. Okay. And then we have Archangel Raphael, another very favorite archangel of mine. Because whenever I get sick, anything happens, I call Archangel Raphael immediately. Okay. His name means God has healed. That's such a powerful name. Even if you say Raphael, it means God has healed. And the qualities that he carries and that he strengthens within us is wholeness, healing, truth, abundance, and vision. Now, why vision? Because Archangel Raphael is also in charge of our third eye chakra, helps us open the third eye. So we need vision to move into the fifth dimension. Helps us overcome disease, lack of vision, degeneration in our cells. If you call on to Archangel Raphael to regenerate your cells, you will start rapidly healing on your physical level. Then lack of prosperity. Whenever we're in lack, yes, Archangel Raphael is the archangel to call. Superstition, lack of clarity, and mental criticisms, because this is what blocks the third eye. The color of this archangel is green, as you can see. He's also called as Heaven's Doctor, by the way. So, awesome. Then we have Archangel Uriel, whose name means fire of God. I call Archangel Uriel very often to light the way forward for me. And Archangel Uriel carries the qualities and strengthens the qualities in us of peace, service, brotherhood, balance, and desirelessness. When we start ascending to his qualities, we don't have too many desires because things such as arriving for us, the abundance of the universe, just as flowing towards us. Helps us overcome emotional turbulence, ego-centeredness, war, harmfulness, anger, fear, agitation, anxiety, overindulgence. And these are all the things that are stuck in our solar plexus, all the emotions. So Archangel Uriel is in charge of that. And the color of this Archangel is purple and gold flecked with ruby. These are all fifth dimensional colors. So be with me. And finally, the seventh Archangel is Archangel Zadkiel, whose name means righteousness of God. Archangel Zadkiel carries within him the qualities and strengthens it within us of freedom, freedom from the lower dimensions, freedom from our patterns, our karmic lessons, freedom from pain, freedom from things that we can't break out of, tolerance, tolerance for the other, knowing they will reach a higher plane of existence, transmutation. So this archangel is very known for alchemy, taking dense and transferring it into light and alchemizing it into light. So transmutation. So whenever you want to transmute anything dense, your dense mental patterns, the dense emotional patterns, anything dense and stuck, Archangel Zadkiel is the archangel to call on. Also known for forgiveness. When you want to forgive another and you find it difficult, call on Zadkiel. Diplomacy, mercy, and transformation. Helps us overcome bondage, that I told you, stuck in karmic patterns. You say, you know, Azeelia, every relationship of mine turns out to get bad. And nobody understands me. And I'm stuck in lack for so long. It's because these are karmic patterns. After doing all the work that you're doing and you're yet stuck in it, then Archangel Zadkiel is the archangel to call on. Lack of forgiveness, lack of mercy, disregard for others, and lack of justice. The color for this archangel is violet. And the chakra is your sacral chakra. It's also called the chakra, which is the root of the soul. So these are your 7 archangels. Okay. So before I go any further into another lovely meditation, I would like to take you to. Ashwin, would you like to ask me any questions?
I think I'm now a satisfied person.
Okay. If anyone has any questions about the archangels, please put it down in the chat box. All right?
Azeelia, this is maybe a good time to get a couple of people from the audience to ask their questions.
Yes.
So there were a few related to archangels specifically, some that, you know, people had wanted to talk a little more. Why don't I invite 1 or 2 people and then we'll maybe take it further.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So Bhavna Dhaya, you want to ask your question because you had it for a specific archangel. You can unmute yourself, Bhavna.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Bhavna. Hi.
Hi. Thank you, Harika. Hi, Azeelia. Thank you so much for the presentation. I wanted to ask you that I've also heard that Archangel Gabriel is also for communication. So, is that different, or if you can elaborate a little bit more on are there other qualities that we invite them for to help us for?
Yes. Thank you, Bhavna. There are many other qualities that you can invite them for. So let me talk about Archangel Gabriel. So Archangel Gabriel is also the archangel to call for communication. Archangel Gabriel is the archangel to call for children. Whenever you're finding a difficult situation with children, call on Archangel Gabriel. If you work with children, call on Archangel Gabriel. If it is your life purpose to work with children, call on Archangel Gabriel. Now, what is really powerful is all those who do inner child work and work with themselves and self-love. Archangel Gabriel will help you profoundly to heal your inner child. So, yes, Bhavna.
I'd like to invite Siksha, if you can ask your question. Just unmute yourself.
Hi, so can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
Shiksha.
man.
Okay, quickly. I just wanted to know what happens. Like, can you connect to your archangels even if you don't believe in God as such, and you just believe in a higher power and the law of the universe? Are you still will you still be able to connect to them? And also, there was a second question that I had, that if you start connecting to the archangels, do you stay dependent on them for the rest of your life? Like, how does that empower you eventually in the long run?
So thank you, Shiksha. Lovely
Thank
question.
you.
Yeah, lovely. So the first one, let me answer. Even if you do not pray to any god, you can connect to the archangels. I told you they'll come for everybody. Everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be an atheist and one day say, "Oh God, this rocket is not working. Archangel Michael, help me," and he will help you. All right. So that's how beautiful they are, and they only bring loving energy. You will not feel any other energy except love and the power of God. You will never feel any other energy. And the second question that you asked, sorry, just lost track. What is it? Siksha, sorry, can you tell me what's the question?
Shiksha, your second question, do you want me to ask it or will you ask it?
Okay, yeah, I was not able to unmute myself. So I was like, so if you connect with your archangels and over time, do you stay dependent on them, or eventually you get to empower yourself at some point? I don't know. Like, how does this work?
So Shiksha, what I did start with is the archangel is going to strengthen that quality within you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's what's happened for me today. If I feel my personal power, if I feel and have faith in the divine, if I have faith in my plans and what's going to happen for me, if I'm able to transcend my negative thoughts and emotions because they help me on the journey, but today I do it for myself. Okay. And they'll keep encouraging you to do it for yourself and to help others to do it for themselves. But you can call them all the time like your great friends,
Mm-hmm.
You can call your best friend, hey, I'm having this headache, what should I do? Types like that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
One last question, and maybe we can get to it later as well, but Divya's asked this, Divya Goel. Divya, why don't you if you can unmute yourself and ask, and then maybe we'll move on with the presentation. Divya?
Yep. Hi. Thank you so much. I wanted to ask if it's true that angels try to communicate with us via repeating numbers that we keep seeing sometimes all around,
So thank you. That is something I never explained. I would love to do it now. That when we ask an angel for some help, how do we know they're answering us? Like, angel, which job should I take next? Should I join this company or this company? You can ask them all these questions, okay? And the way they will respond to you, the messages, is through signs, through numbers. Okay, and signs as in, if I've asked which university should my child join, Archangel, please help me. Archangel Uriel, help me understand this. Or Joffeer, please give me the wisdom to know which university. And suddenly I open the magazine, there's this university. And I pass a billboard and the same university. And then a friend tells me the same university name. Now it's 3 signs that the Archangel has given me. Because archangels will always answer you in signs, through songs, through feathers, through numbers. All right. And after some time, what happens to all of us when we connect to the archangels is we develop 4 very important qualities. One is clairaudient. We start listening. We can hear them. That's good news, no? I can hear them. We become clairvoyant. We can see in our third eye what the answer is to us about the situation. We can see things. Then clairsentient. We get the strong feeling that yes. And finally, claircognizant, where you have a deep knowing, this is it. And this is messages that come to you, Archangel, through your clairs. So thank you.
I'm just going to butt in here and say something, Azeelia. So isn't it also, because you talked about the signs, and clearly it's also then the moving from 3D to 4D, because 4D is all about synchronicity and you're seeing the signs. So you actually start seeing the signs with awareness.
Yes. And I really feel everybody out here is in 4D and, going higher and higher.
Yeah.
Enter a plane of unconditional love and oneness that the Master spoke about, that the Buddha spoke about, the Sai Baba spoke about, the Christ spoke about. We will know we have landed in that plane because there is no distortion there at all.
Absolutely.
We're going there. And I'm so excited that we're all going there.
with knowing, and you just start coming from that place of knowing. It's beautiful.
Absolutely.
Love. So should we move on with what you wanted to share?
So I wanted to do the Archangel meditation. This is an Archangel ball meditation where we will just connect some more, because it is to feel the energy that you understand, because all the knowledge I give you, and if you don't feel it, it's going to be pointless. Yeah.
Azeelia, can you be a little louder, Azeelia?
Yes, sure, Ashwin. Am I soft? Okay. So I'm going to do an Archangel ball meditation. Is everyone ready for it?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Awesome. So once again, I'm going to ask all of you to close your eyes, take a deep breath and relax. This is a good way to let divine energy enter you, okay? It's the most beautiful way. When you relax, you allow and give it permission to enter. Take another deep breath. And out here, you can set your intention for any archangel that you want. Just set the intention to become better friends with them, to help them to ask them to help you on your journey, whatever it is that you wish for. Now imagine once again, visualize roots growing from your feet deep down into Mother Earth to ground yourself. We ask beloved Archangel Michael to place his blue cloak of protection around each one of us. Now I want you to imagine a ball of light forming around you. In the front section, we call to beloved Archangel Michael and see his deep blue fill this area, bringing you strength, courage, and protection. Now, see to your right as we call Archangel Uriel and see his golden yellow light filling this area. Bringing you confidence, self-worth, and self-empowerment. Now we call to beloved Archangel Gabriel into the section behind you and see this pure white light fill this area, bringing you purity, clarity, and joy on your journey. And we call Archangel Raphael into the section on your left and see his emerald light fill this area, bringing you healing and abundance. And then we call upon Archangel Shamu to fill the center with pink light of love. We ask beloved Archangel Zadkiel and Uriel to surround us in violet and gold light. And take a deep breath and bring in all this light into you, into every cell of your body. Feel it empowering you and strengthening you. Bathe in this beautiful light. You can ask the archangels if there's any message for you in this space that they would like to pass on to you. in very lovingly, thanking your archangels for being present for you, for coming to you whenever you call onto them, and for assisting you to move into higher awareness and into your ascension. And with that, take a deep breath, and whenever you are ready, gently open your eyes. All right, everyone back? How is everyone feeling? Show me a thumbs up if you're feeling good. Sukriti?
Yes, hi.
Huh?
Let's start the Q&A. I think there are lots of people with
Yes.
loads of questions. Harika,
Yeah, I'm going to start with
hands raised also.
yes.
So we've got quite a few people that have raised their hands on the top also.
Fine. Yeah. So I'm actually going to start with Hansa asking a question. Hansa, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah, hi Azeelia. Thank you so much for the lovely meditation session. I'm feeling very energized. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, Azeelia, I had this question initially when you showed us the slide of the ascension into various dimensions, 3D, 4D, and 5D. As one elevates into a higher plane of life, is it possible that one also has a derogatory experience and is, so to say, pushed down to the lower dimensions as such?
I couldn't hear you very clearly, Hansa. Is that Hansa?
Yeah. Azeelia, can you hear me now? Am I audible to you?
No, you're audible to me, but there was some disturbance. So let me get this right. You asked whether it's possible for people to go back down, right?
That's right.
So yes. So Hansa, when you move from 3D to 4D, okay,
yeah,
the shift is a little difficult because we're so used to the old patterns and the stuck energy.
Right.
So from 4D moving back to 3D is possible. You keep yo-yoing, you know. And
Okay.
all of us have been yo-yoing for the last 3 years. When you go to 5D, you will not go back. You will not yo-yo.
So is 5D a permanent state of life that one is going to be in forever?
Yes, and then going higher. I hope.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Azeelia.
As
Thank you.
The higher for the dimension, you will know it because people will not be able to bring you down. Negative thoughts will not be able to bring you down. You will enjoy abundance and you will know you're living in that space.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful.
There's a question that a lot of people have asked and it's come up again. Arvinder, would you like to ask your question? Arvinder, would you want to unmute yourself?
They're all still on mute, so I'm just going to allow them to unmute themselves.
Arvinder Kaur.
Maybe you can ask the question.
I can ask this question. Azeelia, so of course we've been through understanding which archangel for what, yes. But a lot of people need to know specifically how to invoke. Maybe you can just go through that again.
That was a nice question. So yes, how do you have to invoke, like how you call your friend, you know? Say, hi, Jacqueline, how are you? You know, types like that. So when we invoke an archangel, you just go into your heart. The intent has to be pure and with love. And then you say, beloved Archangel Michael, that's how I call all my archangels, or, you know, dear Archangel Michael or dear Archangel Raphael, please help me with this physical condition. This pain is severe and the medicines are not working. Can you please help me with this pain and remove the pain and heal me as fast as possible? As simple as that.
Does that help? If we can have a thumbs up, does that help everybody?
Help everybody?
So now we know how to.
Complicated way. There is no complicated way. I ask them when I'm traveling. I ask Archangel. Okay, so Archangel Michael is also known to help you with traveling in vehicles. When you're going on a long distance trip, just say, Archangel Michael, protect me and everyone in the car and everyone on the road, and let us have a safe trip. It is done.
So I'm going to ask another one, Azeelia. What if, you know, for people who are just starting out and they don't know which angel for what, how would it work if somebody would say, angels, can you please help me? Because I know that's how I started out.
Yes.
And it worked beautifully. So yeah.
It did. It does work very beautifully. So if you don't know about angel, just say, angel, please help me in this situation. Whichever angel is in charge, I can't remember your name. Help me in this situation. And let me know what's my life purpose. Light the way. Because I ask Uriel to light the way for me very often. And Uriel helps me to understand my modules and my work very deeply. So you can ask the archangels. But again, if you want to create a lasting relationship, you need to know your friend, right? So Google your friend, get some books on your friend, and you will know. And then the relationship becomes so beautiful.
So maybe this is a good point where you could share what books, because some people are also asking, you know, they haven't taken down all the notes. Where can they get more information?
So the first place that I will tell you the most amazing information is from Summit Lighthouse by Elizabeth Clare Prophet. She's no more, but all the stuff that she's written on the archangels are for the 5th dimension. She's already gone into that dimension and written it for us. After that, there is Doreen Virtue. Okay, very good books. And cards. I even have the oracle cards, the archangel cards. Oh God, these are my best friends for 12 years. They're so beautiful. Each card has such a powerful message for you. So if you get the cards also, you can use the cards of the archangels. So Doreen Virtue. And there is Dinah Cooper, fabulous teacher. And angels. So these are the 3 I will recommend. Yeah. For Summit Lighthouse, Dinah Cooper and Doreen Virtue.
Okay, I'm going to now invite Shival Khetrapal. Would you like to ask your question?
Thank you. I just wanted to ask that, you know, how do we know to which angel are we is guiding us?
Which angel is guiding you? Okay.
Yeah.
So if you understand the qualities of the angels, you will know who's guiding you. But if you don't know, you can always ask the angel. Say, Archangel, which is this archangel who's guiding me? I feel I'm getting such great wisdom at this moment. Who's guiding me? And ask them for a clear sign. But if it comes to protection, if it comes to strength, courage, it'll be Archangel Michael. If it's physical healing, it'll be Archangel Raphael. If it is your wisdom, the opening of the crown chakra, and you're getting more knowledge, it'll be Archangel Joffeer. So, you know, and the heart, it'll be Shamu. So that's how you will know. Related to which chakra it's working with. Yeah? You can always check which chakra is getting cleared up. That is the archangel working with you.
I'll invite Zainab now to ask the question, because that's again something that's come up for a few people.
Yes, please.
Zainab, are you able to unmute yourself? No. Hello? Yeah.
Zainab, a little louder.
A little louder, maybe a little closer to the mic. Okay, maybe I can ask that question, Azeelia.
Please.
It's about asking for help for somebody else.
Yes.
So for a relative or a friend, that was a question a few people have asked, you know, how do we ask for help for somebody else?
It's fabulous. So we can ask the archangels to help other people, like especially with healing them faster. As Archangel Raphael, if somebody's in hospital, the Archangel Raphael, please, you know, assist the doctors and cover the nurses, doctors' operation room with your green light, and may the operation go well. We can. But remember, everyone has free will. So sometimes I will be praying, please, Archangel Raphael, make them live, let them live, let them live. And that's not the way, because we're interfering with the free will of that soul. Okay, so when you pray, you say, may they heal and may the highest good be done for that individual. Because you cannot trespass anyone's free will. Okay, if you ask Archangel Shamu, I want to marry, the most famous actor in Hollywood, help me. It's not going to happen because, the other person has got free will, right? So you have to be careful. You're not crossing anyone's free will. But you can ask otherwise for others. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to invite Ganesan to ask the next question. You can unmute yourself, please. Ganesan, are you able to unmute yourself? Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, are you able to hear me?
Absolutely, go ahead.
Thanks a lot. I have one or two questions. First question is angels male or female? How do they appear?
Fantastic. So all archangels are androgynous beings. They are not male and they're not female. They're androgynous, they don't have any sex. But the way they appear is when we call them he or she, the way they look. So for a long time, I was calling Gabriel she because it looked like a she. And then, I realized that Gabriel had both. So we can call them she or he. They're androgynous.
But when they appear, is there any specific appearance for them or they appear differently to different people as per what you have in mind?
So for centuries and a long time, okay, for years in different religions, different places, people have seen them and visualized them and seen them. They've had apparitions and they've appeared to people and they have done paintings of them and, things like that. But what pictures I put up today were the closest to what they look in the paintings. But they could just appear as just balls of light helping you, and you will know that orb is an Archangel Samuel orb or an Archangel Michael orb that's helping you.
As
Yeah. Thank you, Ganesha.
So we have a lot of questions, but unfortunately, we are always running out of time. I would like to have Ashwin.
Yes, thank you, Sukirti. Azeelia, what a wonderful session. So I'll use some Hindi. Maza aa gaya.
Thank you. So grateful to bring more awareness. Just so grateful. Thank you.
So thank you very much for being here. And so what to say more? I'm speechless and enjoying your presence and your work. And so Sukirti, you should come in. And Sukirti, are you there?
Yes, I am. Definitely. Yeah. Azeelia, I think a lot of people have also asked this question, how to get started, so suppose you are a newbie at this. How should you get started? Do you need to meditate or do you just call on them?
First, you start just calling your Archangel and become friends with your Archangel. So you have to imagine Archangel Michael is walking with you everywhere and protecting you all the time. And Archangel Joffeer, how do I do this room up? So the feng shui is really good of this room. And should I get more plants or not? Listen and just listen. Go still and listen to the messages that are coming to you. Because there'll be suddenly a cart with flowers, passing you over the plants. And you'll be like, oh my God, they're sending me signs. So when you start connecting, like how would you do with a new friend? Start connecting like that. And if you have any urgency, there's something that you really need, do call on them. I told you they have no prejudices. They have no blockages. They just listen, whoever's calling. So the more you call on them, you're going to reach the 5th dimension faster. That's for sure.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Azeelia. That was absolutely lovely. Any last thoughts you'd like to leave us with before we end the session?
Yes. So what I would like to say is each archangel is so powerful and there's so much information on each of them. I work separately in workshops with each archangel because they're so powerful. And what I'm going to ask you is take the time to create that relationship for yourself. Have friends in the spiritual realm also, because we need them there too, not just on the physical plane, all right? And do work on your ascension. Be conscious of who you are becoming every day. Don't fall where the masses fall. If everyone's doing something wrong, don't follow it. Know that it's not right and let us move in consciousness. And we've got a huge group. There are millions of people awakening right now. And when the earth reaches 75% of people awakened, we are going to go into the next golden age. We are in the age of Aquarius. It has begun. It is expediting. But I'm going to tell everyone, get on the train. Please don't miss it. Yes?
So, Azeelia, when should we start asking for help?
Now, today, with anything.
Okay.
Yes, Archangel Joffeer brings so much of beauty in your life. Ask Archangel Joffeer. I've asked Archangel Joffeer to help me with my wardrobe every time. Oh, Archangel Joffeer, I'm going for this training. What should I take? And believe me, it happens. Become that close with your archangels. There is no formality with them. Absolutely no formalities. They just love you because you are God's child. They just love you immensely, unconditionally. You don't have to do anything, but appreciate them, love them, and become good friends.
Well, thank you, Azeelia. That was actually enchanting. Thank you, Zorba. Thank you, Ashwin. Again, another wonderful, wonderful session. Thank you, Harika. And thank you all for joining us. And please do keep checking out Zorba the Buddha and Sipping Thoughts. There are lots and lots of interesting sessions that keep coming up. And we would love to see you at all of them.
Yeah.
Good
Thank
night.
you. Thank you, Zadkiel. Lovely.